In this video, I will show you exactly how I stay productive 99% of the time. No fancy stuff, just real tips about what gets the job done. If you're tired of battling procrastination and want some straightforward tips to boost your focus, then you're in the right place. Stick around while I show you all of the best tips to finally get you productive. First and foremost, the 80-20% rule. So let's just imagine this. You're waking up and you have a bunch of things to do. You have a huge to-do list, which is update the website, a logo, do the website home banner, talk to a lot of suppliers, import a bunch of products, and so on and so forth. And obviously, anyone in their right mind waking up to this huge to-do list will feel overwhelmed. And what the 80-20% rule is, focus on the 20% of actions that will deliver 80% of the results. And this is huge, huge, huge. I wish I knew about this sooner. I actually figured it out as soon as I read Sell Like Crazy by Sabri Subi, so shout out to that. But honestly, this has completely changed my life. When I started focusing on the 20% that actually delivered the results, everything started falling into place because I wasn't focusing on every single detail. I was just focusing on what moves the needle forward. And so as a business owner, if you're starting a new business or anything, in fact, there is 20% of actions that you take that will deliver most of your results. And so focus on that and don't allow yourself to focus on trivial things that will do little to no effect to your business or to your goal. And so that will definitely make you way more productive once you implement that rule. My second tip around staying productive is eliminating distractions. I cannot stress how important this one is. In fact, when you are about to do a task or you need to get something done, let's say a presentation or something at work, you need to enter something called a flow state. And what a flow state is this deep concentration level where it allows you to have like optimal performance and really deliver high quality of work. And when you enter that flow state, if something disrupts you, let's say a phone rings, someone comes into your house, someone starts talking to you, this will disrupt this flow state and you will have to restart again because it definitely takes time for you to enter that flow state. In fact, research has shown that when someone interrupts their focused work, whether someone talks to them a message or multitasking, it takes about 23 minutes and 15 seconds to get back into that flow state for their original task. So what does this mean? Make absolutely sure you have a designated space to get some work done where people cannot just come in and interrupt you. That's number one. But number two would also be to make sure people can't interrupt you, on the phone, right? Like they can't just like message you, call you at whatever time they need. Whenever you're in that flow state, make absolutely sure there is no interruptions coming in. You can put your phone on airplane mode and just make sure you have like that hour fully focused on that task. So what does this mean? Make absolutely sure you have a designated space where people can't just come in and interrupt you. And number two, make sure to turn off your phone, put it on airplane mode so people can't just message you, call you, and interrupt that flow state. Once you eliminate distractions, your productivity will definitely go up. Third tip is singular focus, the magic of doing one thing at a time. Now, I know many of you think, oh no, Chloe, I'm such a good multitasker. I really get bored doing one thing at a time. I really like watching the TV while I study, while I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Well, let me tell you, that is total bullshit. In fact, studies have shown that the idea of multitasking and the action of multitasking is a complete myth. In fact, when someone learns juggling, they cannot focus on all the 5 balls they are juggling at the same time. They can only focus on one thing and they have to focus on only one thing, which is balance. And if they start, for a split second, they want to focus on one ball or the other at the same time, the whole act will fail. This goes the same for us at work and productivity. Focus on one thing at a time, and you will see a way better quality of work and performance. This goes the same for us at work and productivity. The result, better work and better performance. Fourth tip, find your why to stay motivated. Now listen, if you don't have a why on the things that you're doing, it will be incredibly hard to stay consistent, especially when things get hard. For example, if you want to open a business but you don't have a deep enough reason or a deep enough why, it will be incredibly hard to get there because your desires alone will not help you. So make sure you ask yourself, why are you doing this? And really connect with that reason, because as soon as you get that reason and you understand why you're doing it, everything falls into place. Your motivation will be there, your consistency will be there, and your discipline will be there. My why on the reason why I work so hard is because I want my family and I to live a life of abundance and comfort, and I really love traveling. I really love, having new experiences, meeting new cultures, and so that gets me so excited and it gets me so, determined to stay focused on my work. And on another hand, I really want to leave a positive impact in this world, and so, help as much as possible. That's why I'm doing these videos, and this also pushes me to stay consistent at it. Trust me, if I didn't have a why, you would not see me here. In fact, there are some days where it's going to feel incredibly hard or you really don't feel like it for one reason or another. And if you don't have a deep enough reason, then you won't be able to actually go full in. Fifth tip is making sure your physiology is on point. Now listen, if you're not in a good state, forget about staying motivated. We are human beings and we have this beautiful body that is basically the temple that allows everything else to happen, right? So if you don't sleep enough, you don't eat well, you're not taking care of yourself, then it's going to be very hard to reach and do something out of your day. You need to be in a powered position. You need to feel in that state to actually get things going. So this one comes as pretty obvious, but make sure to prioritize sleep, make sure to eat nutritious foods, and make sure to get some movements during your day. Because I myself was, at fault in this area. I thought I had to work super hard and I couldn't prioritize anything else. And so I was working like 12 hours a day on a screen. I wasn't moving, I wasn't really taking care of my body, wasn't eating very well. And, that was the worst mistake I've ever done, because looking back, I was way less productive than this year. And this year, really in balance in that area where I'm working, but I also, put a limit to that. And, I get out, socialize, meet some friends, and get my body moving. And I realized whenever I do that and I allow myself to recharge, I am so much productive the next day. So make sure to prioritize your body. Trust me on this, your body and health comes first. Sixth tip is embracing imperfections. I see a lot of people out there, they claim themselves as perfectionists and then they get nothing done because they're so scared of doing something wrong. Perfectionism is the opposite of productivity. For example, I know for a fact that my videos right now are far from perfect. And I know that because I'm just starting out and I know things take time to really master the art of taking videos, editing videos, and it will just take time, just like anything that you start. And if I was a perfectionist, trust me on this, I would have never launched my first video. I'm sure I'm gonna, stay consistent at this in a year of now. Looking back, I'm gonna be like, what was I doing? This is horrible. But I don't care because I value progress over perfection. And if you value progress over perfection, you will always keep on going because you won't be scared and terrified of doing something wrong or doing a mistake because it's just part of the process. And this is key. Obviously, don't settle for mediocre results, but recognize each attempt as a learning experience, something where you're learning and something where you're growing constantly. This will help you so much with reducing stress, being more compassionate with yourself, and actually staying productive. I hope you guys liked this video. Leave me down a comment with your biggest takeaway, as well as if you have any tips around productivity, and I'll catch you all next time.